Welcome everyone. This is Two Non-Critics and a Cat. For the second time in a row, my sister abandoned us, so it's just Feds and I.
This time it was work related.
Yes. Was it? Yeah, okay. Because, I didn't read anything in her thread. So for a moment, actually, I wasn't sure if she said that she wasn't going to do it, or I just assumed so.
No, you're good. She's a work still. She finishes a hate.
Okay, fine, perfect. So this week we're doing part 2. Part 1 was actually very successful, so people probably have an appetite for these movies. So we first of all, what did you do this week apart from that, watching movies? Just that.
I've done that. Then I wrote reviews for the movies. I went to the dentist.
Great.
I've done some life admin stuff. And pretty much that's it. Yeah, I've pretty much just watched 2 to 3 movies per day. So that's pretty much
glorious.
Yeah.
I'm rewatching Stranger Things, but I think, did I not say that already? I think I
you did last week.
Yeah, in the runner-up to the new season. 5? Is it 5? I think it's 5.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And then I went to the exhibition. You did too. I know you did too. From Netflix for Frankenstein at Selfridges in London.
For you, how it was, because it's pretty spoilery as an exhibition.
Yeah, there was some scenes as well. It was good though. Like, honestly, Frankenstein, it's like I am very well aware of the story. Also, I'm reading it right now because I'm quite fascinated actually with Mary Shelley. Her story is quite
a lot
great.
Of things.
And it's super nice that there is a part of the first part of the exhibition is actually about Mary Shelley. Also, I had no clue that she is the daughter of I don't remember her name, but she wrote Vindication.
Mary Wollstonecraft.
Yes. I didn't know she was her daughter. I was like, oh my goodness. Now I understand. Many things.
I love the reminder of what romanticism is, because a lot of people just chalk it up to feelings, or no. It was all about disrupting the ordinary and fighting what was happening, like striving for change.
Also, I mean, she's the daughter of an anarchic, basically, because her father was he wrote one of the most important kind of anarchy books. And her mother wrote the Vindication of the Rights of Women, no?
Yes.
I think it's called like that. And so, I mean, she married.
She had an affair with Percy Bysshe Shelley. They eloped together. So their relationship wasn't quite well seen.
Yeah, because he was married before, but didn't they marry in the end?
They married in the end, but unfortunately, because they lived in a small town, or at the time what was a small town, London, she was judged a lot for what happened.
But I think it was more to do with the times.
Really. Just for the times.
Like, it was mad at the time to be like in a relationship with someone that was married.
She was a harlot, as they would say.
Yeah. So yeah, the exhibition was great, and I mean, obviously, you appreciate the craft, from that when you don't know.
I feel
anything
like
else because you haven't watched the movie really.
So I haven't watched the movie and then saw the exhibition. It gives a lot of context, and it's good because it's a reminder that although it does take the heart of the story, they made some changes to make it more appealing for cinema, or for a movie anyways. So the story is pretty much more linear, and they make some changes because it's set in the, I think, the War of Crimea, instead of so it's like it's a different time in history. So,
But anyway,
but
I really enjoyed it. I
it's
really
really good.
did.
It's really well done.
I thought Netflix put up a really nice, pop up
Yeah, they did.
to,
They
and
definitely did.
that's a really good way, I think, to promote a movie. Like
And it's also
it's a way
free,
that I love. It's
which
also,
free. You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
pay
it was
tickets,
free. It
so
was free,
like
and I got a nice bookmark.
nice.
Very nice bookmark. But anyway, let's dive in
Hmm.
because we were talking about Frankenstein. So let's start with Frankenstein. So you have been at the second and last week of the London Film Festival,
Yes.
which was won by.
Uh, none of the movies from the gala.
Okay, fine.
It was all
As usual.
obscured. Yeah, it was all. There was a lot of celebration of
Yeah.
Middle East movies and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
cinema. Yeah, which is
That's
good.
right.
It's good. It's good.
Um. Anyway, let's go with Frankenstein. So Frankenstein is the newest work by Guillermo del Toro,
Hmm.
Academy Award winner, director, and he's got such a, I mean, perfect sensibility, gothic, for
Yeah.
Frankenstein. I think I always say that he's a more sane Tim Burton. Like they're
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
kind of there is an affinity of themes and
Hmm.
this love for diversity and
Barton is more eccentric.
yes, Barton is more eccentric. For stop motion, they both love stop motion as well.
Hmm.
Like even the like art form that they mostly use is kind of anyway, this is his new work. Is from Netflix and he
Hmm.
has Jacob Elordi, Oscar Isaac, Mia Goth, and Christoph Waltz.
Yes.
Um, so go, floor to you.
It's really beautiful. It's really really well made, and I have no negative remarks. Alexander Desplat did the soundtrack, and it's so beautiful. And if I think about soundtracks, if I compare it to, as we were talking last week, to The Hunt,
Mm-hmm.
after The Hunt, that this soundtrack for this movie, it's pure perfection. It paints a picture, it accompanies the movie, it gives you that kind of pathos that you need to get invested in the story. It's
Mm-hmm.
just everything is great. Del Toro is he has such a massive talent, and he uses perfectly his emotional intelligence. So he's always talking about people that are the monsters, they are outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
But he's always his way of interpreting a monster is monsters are never created; they are made, and this is the quintessential uh, image of this. Because at the end of the day, Frankenstein's monster, it it's not created to be a monster. It's just created out of the ambition of a man,
Mm-hmm.
and he turns into what it is because of what sets in front of him or how society perceives him or even his creator perceives him. So he takes out whatever he receives back. So it's really well made. The cinematography is fantastic. The costume design and the makeup is brilliant. Set design as well and sound, it's out of this world. And Jacopo Elordi and Oscar Isaac did a fantastic job. There's like
I've heard a
literally,
lot about Oscar Isaac actually. I think he's a fantastic actor who didn't
hmm,
get his chance yet. I hope
yeah,
this is his
yeah,
chance because honestly, he has such a great talent, but I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like he's been used. Not
no,
used, like
yeah,
they didn't give
yeah. As an
him
actor, he's
roles
not being
that he could
given the
actually
chance. Yeah,
show 100% of his potential. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Jacopo Elordi did a really great job, and in the exhibition, they mentioned about how important it was to make him feel comfortable in these let's call it costume.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that the most important bit were the eyes, and I can tell you 100% that shows in the movie.
So I actually have a question for you because I was thinking about
Mm-hmm.
this while I was at the exhibition and
Mm-hmm.
I watched some scenes
Mm-hmm.
where he's in it and he's
Mm-hmm.
playing the
The
creature.
monster, yeah.
And this I think that Guillermo del Toro was explaining and stuff. It reminded me a bit of the performance of Johnny Depp in Edward Scissorhands,
Yes.
right? Like this kind of, because he's also a monster and
Mm-hmm.
he's also mostly acting with his eyes and
Mm-hmm.
he's also in a very like very demanding costume. Uh Actually it was the 90s, so
Mm-hmm.
probably the amount of prosthetic and honestly
And makeup
annoying
that he had on him,
stuff
yeah.
that he had on him was actually probably even worse than Jacob Elordi. um so I don't know, it reminded me a lot of that, even though I haven't watched the movie, but that's the first thing that came into my mind when Guillermo del Toro was explaining his performance.
It's amazing how through his eyes it feels like you're watching a child grow.
Mm.
So the more experiences he has, the more people he encounters, the harsher his eyes become. So it
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
starts with innocence and then it builds up because what it gets given is just punishment, brutality, and is being misconstrued and misunderstood. So the more it goes into having real life experience, the more his eyes change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's and then he has the at the end of it is just the culmination of all of it. But there's a particular lovely scene where he goes out and he sees deer and he starts interacting with the deer, and because he's an animal don't give you bad feelings.
Mm-hmm.
He literally looks like a child seeing an animal for the first time, so he has that kind of like innocence. So I feel like Jacob Elordi as well as Oscar Isaac are the soul of the movie. Like they really, really, really
Nice.
understood the assignment.
Very nice. I love, by the way, just side note, I love Alexander Desplat.
Mm-hmm.
He's done one of my favorite soundtracks of all times, which is The Imitation Game. The Alan Turing's song is just the track, the Alan. I think it's called Alan Turing's Legacy. It's just something else. Like he's incredible. He's done also. He's done I think the Danish Girl. He's
Yeah.
done some of the Harry Potters.
Mm-hmm.
Surely the last one. Probably even the last two or three.
I think he's done the Hugo Cabret.
He did the Yes, Hugo
Yeah.
Cabret. He's
He's
done a lot of them, and he won a lot of Oscars. Actually, I
he
think he
doesn't
won one or
conduct
two.
instrument. He conducts emotions. Like the
Yeah,
way that he plays on people's emotion with sound, it's just brilliant.
he is amazing. I crossed this path when I worked at Air Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, he's incredible. He's such a talent. So, 1 to 10.
10,000.
Okay,
I
10.
really loved it. Yeah, it's definitely a
Nice.
10.
I can't wait for it to be. I mean, it's in the cinema now.
Yes.
Even though it's a limited release from Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't wait to see it on Netflix as well. I think it's the 3rd of November that is coming out.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to Disneyland, coming back,
Yeah,
watching
we're gonna
Frankenstein.
watch Frankenstein. Yeah.
Yes, it feels great. Right, so let's go to the next, which is a Rental Family.
Yes.
So Rental Family is starring the Oscar winner Brendan Fraser. Is returning after his success with The Whale, and director is Hikari, and he's basically playing a struggling American actor searching for a connection in Tokyo.
Yes.
And I've heard this is a very nice window into Japanese culture.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
This was a really lovely surprise. It's a really delicate movie, but it has a lot of depth.
Obviously, the director is just Japanese, and most of the cast, basically the only American,
Yeah,
is
it's
Brendan
Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser. Yeah,
Everyone else
exactly.
is Japanese.
One of the actors is plays in It's Takehito Hira,
Takehiro, yeah.
which won the Golden Globe for Shogun.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the Emmy as well, no? Yeah.
Yes. The movie itself is really well done. It's there is a it doesn't shy away from trying to hide the juxtaposition between like the Japanese society and culture. There's like so many different ways of describing Japan. It's like it's really into tradition, but there's a lot of like respect for the elders, respect for other people, but there's a lot of like fear of the foreigners. There's a lot of quite a lot of liberty towards sex, but also it's best if you don't talk about it. And so there's a lot of different things that play against each other that creates what it is Japan. And going to Japan, you will see it in every road. You will see one way you have the temples and everything is serene, tranquil. You walk in the woods. It's amazing. There's a lot of spirituality in it. And then you round the corner and you find a sex shop.
Yeah.
And or there's a lot of images of women being sexualized. And this film has a good balance of describing both, but it describes it through the way of like showing you the struggle as well, what it means to live in a society and in a culture that is so at the different, has so many spectrums of it, like from the opposite one of the other. So it's really, really delicate. And Brendan Fraser, it's a gentle giant, so this role kind of suits him because as an actor, he taps really well into emotions. And playing an actor that has to feed on people's emotion because they get hired when people need them to fulfill a void. So this is kind of like it's the perfect role for him. And the three stories that he's involved in are really deeply emotional. And I had a couple of instances, like, I don't know, for me, every time that I see an old man or a old woman, I just cry. And there's one of the stories with a old man, and it's really beautiful. Yeah, so it's really, really well made, and it's a celebration as well as a slight critic to Japan. But it's done really with a lot of respect. So kudos to the director. She's done a really amazing job, I think.
I think when it comes from your people, the critique is more than welcome. Like it's like if I do a critique to Italy, I am Italian, so he's Japanese, so you can do that. I mean, imagine if an American director did a critique of Japan.
And she's done it with love. Same, like you can see the love and respect for her country, but also the recognition that there's something deeply sometimes wrong with it. So it's a movie about belonging. It's a movie about
I love that we are getting a lot of movies about our need for connection, our need of a family, a community, to belong to something, because we are obviously living in a society in which we are losing any sense of community and family and real word connection. So I actually really love that we are
there is a lot of that in a lot of the movies that I saw on the second week. Absolutely.
1 to 10?
9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay. I really liked it. It was I think it's niche, so it will not be everybody's cup of tea. But if it's something that some people might find interesting, this is a good movie for people that love Japan and wants to know more.
Right. Blue Moon. So we have Richard Linklater and Ethan Hawke that are reuniting for this portrait of a man down on his luck but refuses to bow out.
What an interesting description.
Yes. This is a British Film Institute, yes.
Yeah.
So
a really polite description of this movie.
Good. So what do you think?
This is a little bit of a, I'm gonna put my hands.
There's Margaret Qualley as well from The Substance. So,
I am not a fan of Richard Linklater.
Mm-hmm.
I found him to be slightly pretentious director
Mm-hmm.
that likes to embark in these really, really, really convoluted productions. Like he shot Boyhood in like 10 years span
Yeah.
to make sure that the actor will grow properly, like all of those kind of things.
Okay.
It's to me, it's you're doing too much.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing too much. This one, so bear in mind, he had 2 movies presented at the film festival, not just Blue Moon, but also Nouvelle Vogue.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them, for me, they were the only 2 movies that I didn't enjoy at all.
Oh, really?
At
Oh,
all.
interesting.
So, Blue Moon, the only thing that I want to recognize is Ethan Hawke's performance.
Mm-hmm. Not
This
even Andrew
movie
Scott.
is barely in. So, let me
Yeah, okay, it's
explain
barely in
why.
it.
Let me explain why. So, this movie is 140 minutes, no, an hour and 40 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that Ethan Hawke received probably a 300 pages script. The rest of the actors, Bobby Cannavale, Margaret Qualley, and Andrew Scott, probably received a 2-pager. It's an hour and 40 minutes of Ethan Hawke not even taking time to speak between words.
Mm-hmm.
It's him consistently soliloquying, monologuing, talking. And if it's meant to celebrate Hart, which is one of the most famous lyricists in Broadway, it
Yeah.
was part of the Rogers and Hart partnership. They were the ones that wrote like songs like Blue Moon and all of the most famous songs in the history of theater.
Yeah.
The snapshot of the movie is about basically when Richard Rogers goes his separate ways and he writes Oklahoma, which is a play that is really, really famous.
Yes.
And
it is very famous, yes.
It gets released and they are celebrating the first night of the release. And Hart gets invited at the bar, or he goes at the celebration anyways, and he spends the whole evening either belittling the play, belittling people enjoying it, or then switching face and just tell everybody how he loves the play, and then going back on his word and say that he doesn't like it, and then try to literally beg for a job and to work again with Rogers. And it's just really sad. It's really, really sad because if you want to either remember this man or the legacy that he created, this is definitely not it. This is just literally looking at a sad man basically moving forward slowly towards his own demise.
Wow. Okay.
And
you didn't sell it very well, but you didn't want to sell it, so it's good.
No, I didn't want to sell it. I'm like,
Okay.
generally, like, if you want to see something depressing, this is the movie.
Nice. Great.
Yeah, but Ethan Hawke, fantastic.
Ethan Hawke
Honestly,
is almost
just
all the time fantastic.
Is just worth for him. And the only person that makes him shut up is Marguerite Qualley, who has a little bit of a monologue that is like 10 minutes. But as I told you, 1 hour and 40 minutes probably is the one that has the most screen time.
Okay. 1 to 10?
2.
For real?
Yep.
Wow.
When I tell you I didn't like it, I felt drunk on words.
Amazing.
That's what it did to me. Yeah, that was a harsh one. Sorry.
That's fine. So, Die, My Love. So we have director Lynn Ramsey and we have
Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence.
yes, Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence starring in it. But I'm also interested to the fact that it was written by Enda Walsh, who is Enda Walsh is basically the person that discovered Cillian Murphy and wrote Disco Pigs, his first play, and he also wrote Small Things Like This. So his last script before Die My Love is Small Things Like This. And she's very interesting that he's doing something like this. So we have Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson, Grayson Jackson.
Yep.
And apparently is also comic, this movie, which makes it darkly comic. That's how
Yeah,
it's,
yeah. I did
Uh,
laugh a couple of
yes,
times.
but what did you think?
This is a movie that is not for everybody, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it does need a little bit of a disclaimer, because if you go watch it blindly, you just get in there and like, what's this? I have no idea what's going on. So the film, it's basically a visceral portray of postpartum depression. So it describes how Grace, as a child, and then she goes into deep depression because she's isolated. She moved from
Mm-hmm.
New York to Montana in an isolated farm with her husband. The husband is working all the time. Not the husband, the partner, because they're not married yet. She has a kid. Everything changes for her. She has ambition, but she's so. Oh, Nala is here.
Nala is here, yes.
She's so isolated that she slowly goes insane. So I think what you're seeing on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
it's basically her mind being projected outside. So
Mm-hmm.
what she has in her head, it's what's happening on the movie. If you don't have that little bit of a preface of what it is about, you can get lost in it and you will not enjoy it. It's quite hard because it's a hard truth, and it's but it's really well directed, and music does play a big part in this as well. There's like some staggering moments, but it's literally slowly watching a woman going insane, and seeing how the partner doesn't understand that,
Mm-hmm.
and the people around her don't understand it, and it's just slowly seeing her going crazy, and it's a wild ride, I want to say.
I would say Ramsey is quite famous for uh, kind of analyzing
Yes, she is.
women's complexity, you know.
Hmm.
So in this case, it's really postpartum depression, no?
Yeah, it is. Some
Because I
people
get it,
just,
it's she's isolated, whatever, but really it's postpartum depression.
I think it's the postpartum depression that has been exacerbated by the fact that she's on her own, so nobody's
Exactly, yeah.
looking for the signs that she's losing herself,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
because her partner doesn't care, and there's like these fights that they have with one another are
Yeah.
hilarious. They are literally insane, and I don't think they could have chosen a better actor and actress to work together.
Also, Jennifer Lawrence, she's a mother now.
Yeah,
She actually had one or two
two
kids.
two
Two.
kids.
So I think she also has a maturity as an actress that allows her to do these kind of roles now, you
Both
know.
her and Robert are parents now, because
That
Robert
is
has a
true,
kid as well.
Pattinson as well. Yes, he just had
So
a
I feel
kid.
like
Yeah.
that was a good way for them to tap into these two characters. But the main character is her, and most of the performance is all of her. He's just there to support, and he does a good job at that. So for this one, I think I will. It's a tough pill to swallow,
Mm-hmm.
but once you get it clicks in your head, then it makes sense, and it's really interesting.
You think she's got awards chances? Her
She might.
performance? Mm.
She might. That's it's a really really good performance, and it's not you. Sometimes, like if I think about other movies that I saw, when everybody talks about, oh, Emma Stone is gonna go for another Oscar for Bugonia, I'm gonna be honest.
You like her more?
Yes, because in Bugonia, Emma Stone feels like she's playing it safe in the sense that she's playing the same kind of character that she's playing for Yorgos Lanthimos.
Mm-hmm.
Different, it's different keys
That's
of
the
the
risk
same
when you play
character.
for the same director again and
Yeah.
again. Sometimes they kind of use you for similar
Yeah,
things.
because they tapped you into the kind of insanity
Yeah.
that they have together, that they share together, that creativity. That's why
Yeah.
they collaborate, because they love one another, each other's energy.
Mm-mm.
But in this one, I think like Jennifer Lawrence was challenged more, and she's done a fantastic job. She
Yeah.
completely lets go.
Yes. 1 to 10?
8.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you watch H is for Oak?
I was supposed to, but I did
You
not.
didn't. I was
No.
curious because Brendan Gleeson is in it, and I absolutely love him. Claire
And there's
Foy is
Claire
also in
Foy
it.
as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wanted to
Claire
watch
Foy.
it, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Um, anyway, the history of sound. So we have Paul Mescal, Josh O'Connor, Chris Cooper. This is
Hmm.
actually a USA, UK, Italy production of
Yes, it
Universal.
is. Yes.
And I mean, Paul Mescal and Josh O'Connor obviously are the main ones.
Hmm.
And they play Lionel and David, and they meet at the Boston Conservatory,
Yes.
where they bond over their love for a specific kind of music, which is folk music.
Hmm.
And then you know the story unfolds. So I would leave it to you, the comment.
Um, Again, I will be using the same objective. This is a really delicate story. There's a lot about community. There's a lot about friendship, love. It's quite delicate as a story, but it's all about how music carries humans' stories
Mm-hmm.
and connects people and bonds people and make them feel part of something bigger, and it gives you purpose. And
Mm-hmm.
it's quite interesting because you have these two characters. They are drawn to music for different reasons. Lionel has a synesthesia, so he doesn't just hear sound, he sees sound.
Mm.
So his father fosters that kind of like relationship with music, and he pushes him to kind of like go towards a music career because
Yeah.
he recognizes that he has a talent. And his father is a farmer, so this is a man that's like, I can see your potential and I think you're meant for something bigger. So there's that kind of like support. And then you have David, who is an orphan, but his uncle takes him under his wing, and he takes him around the UK and makes him
Mm-hmm.
listen to folkloristic music because he believes that through this kind of music you can really understand a culture, you can really understand people better. So he becomes obsessed with this kind of idea that you will only know people truly once you witness the songs that they play and what songs they play for different reasons. What is their folklore? What does their song say about their history? So the two of them, they bond over this, but they also bond over mutual affection for one another. They're
Mm-hmm.
both broken in a way, and they found solace in each other. There is World War I in the background, so one of them gets deployed, the
Go
other
to
one
war,
doesn't.
then come
Hmm.
back, then pick up their relationship
Yeah,
again. Yeah.
and there's a lot of like back and forth between the two. Then Lionel goes ahead in his career. He goes to Italy as well. He
Mm-hmm.
still tries to keep that connection with David, and but it's really really well done. And I think the chemistry between Paul Mescal and
Josh O'Connor.
Josh O'Connor, it's really good. It's really strong. They
Mm-hmm.
have both that kind of like masculine energy, but also like delicate energy that when they interact with each other, it's really beautiful to see. There's a lot of affection. There's like there's deep friendship. It's not just love. It's caring for one another, and it reflects really well in the story.
Nice. 1
Mhm.
to 10.
8.
Okay, and now I want a quick comment about, because you said that it should be a quick comment,
Yeah,
about the other movie with Josh O'Connor, which is
the mastermind.
yeah, which is Kelly Richard, The Mastermind.
This is a movie for the sake of being a movie.
Mm-hmm.
I
Like
don't
you.
expect every film to have a deeper meaning, but this doesn't say anything. You don't get out of there with an experience. You don't get out of there with, oh, I had now understood what they wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just a film, plain and simple. It's not even that entertaining. It's kind of absurd as well. That's like these characters like steals things, but you don't understand why he steals them, and then he ends up like honestly, I saw the movie, I was like, where is this going? It was just a sequence of scenes. That's what it was.
Glorious. This
Yeah.
is 1 to 10. One. One.
No, I want to say it was still well acted, so
Okay.
I want to say probably a 4 over
Okay.
10.
Fine. Now, I want to talk about the movie that we didn't talk about last time, which is Jay Kelly, which you saw in the first week, actually,
Yes, I did.
with George Clooney, who apparently has award chances for his
Why?
performance. I don't know, I don't know. I I
Is
was
it an award on
watching
the
the
career?
early predictions for award season, which you know that they are always bad, and also honestly I don't understand how these people
This
do their
could be like a
predictions. But
Giamatti type of deal. He's
yeah,
playing
right.
himself.
Okay. Because they were like they've put George Clooney into the mix, and I was like, I don't
As
know.
a favor.
I don't know, maybe. Anyway, this is Noah Baumbach. He's Greta Gerwig's husband.
Yes.
They wrote Barbie together, and
Hmm.
this is his solo work. He actually wrote this with Emily Mortimer,
Yes.
and it has George Clooney in it, Adam Sandler, Laura Dern, Billy Crudup. It has a good cast,
No, it is a good cast.
um, and it's a Netflix movie. So, what do you
There's
think?
Laura Dern as well. Um,
Yes.
so it's nostalgic as a film,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, and it's a reflection on looking back at what you've done in life, what you achieved, and did it serve the right purpose? Have you done something worth remembering? Is your life being worth it, or did you focus on the wrong thing? So it's a reflection on that. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
journey through life, basically. So you go through this journey by looking at this movie actor life,
Mm-hmm.
and he remembers his past through his different roles that he got. But then he tries to, while he remembers, his second guess is like, did I focus on the wrong thing my whole life? So he thinks about his daughters that he doesn't have a relationship with. So he tries
Mm-hmm.
to remedy that, and he looks back at his past and is like, have I really lived my life at the fullest, or I was just focused on being an actor and being the best in the craft without actually paying attention to the good things? So I didn't learn anything from the project that I took part of. So the premises itself is really nice. It's quite nostalgic. It wants to give you sort of like Fellinian feeling. It's shot in Italy, part of it, and there's a lot of like weird situation that make you laugh and also like reflect, but it doesn't hit the spot properly. I think like it's an easy film. It could have been something more, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but it feels it just stays to the surface level. It doesn't reflect a lot into these kind of emotions in a deeper way. It's just, oh, this is the idea, but it just stays surface level. And George Clooney is good, but he plays himself.
Mm.
It's
He does
nothing
that most of
that
the
we,
time, to be
yeah,
honest.
it's not
I'm
something that we
sorry,
haven't
he's
seen
a
it.
nice guy, but when Tarantino said that he cannot act, I was quite, yeah.
It's
He can be himself, that's what
he can, yeah, exactly. And but the really hilarious part is one of the lines that he says. It says that one of the director told him that the most difficult thing an actor could play is playing themselves, because
Mm-hmm.
you don't really know yourself that well. So I find that hilarious because I'm like, you pretty much nail yourself though, sir.
Yeah,
So it's that's why I'm like, it's a good film that has good premises. It's a feel good movie that you could watch at home,
right.
sitting
Nice.
on your couch. But
Okay,
yeah,
that's good. Um, 1 to 10?
I probably will give it a 6.5.
Okay. So, feel good movie, but not one of the best, let's
No,
say.
I wouldn't go to the movies to watch it. I will watch it at home when it comes out on Netflix. Absolutely. I will not rewatch it because I've watched it, but
Nice, okay. Because I mean, Ted Lasso for me is a feel good series, but I wouldn't give
at
it
least
6.
it gives you more,
Yeah,
because
of
this
course.
stays surface level. That's where it
Yeah,
loses
yeah.
you in a little bit.
Okay, now I have two movies I want to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and then we end. Because I mean, we could talk about, you know. a lot more because you have seen a lot more, but then we would be talking for 3 days.
Yeah.
So, I have one question, which is, did you watch Is This Thing On?
No, I did not.
Okay, fine. So that's good.
We can get that
No,
up.
because I was curious to know if the like 1,000 attempt of Bradley Cooper at directing and writing
Apparently, they
and
said that is
starring in
really
a
good.
movie is going well or not.
Apparently, people have been saying that it's a good movie.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. Finally.
But I want to talk about the Springsteen movie. So Springsteen Deliver Me From Nowhere. I know you've seen this one with
Yes.
Jeremy Allen White. Oh my God, he very much looks like Bruce Springsteen. I mean, I think a more handsome version, but whatever, of Bruce Springsteen. And he stars alongside Stephen Graham from Adolescents and
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Strong from Succession, Odessa Young.
Yeah.
In this, well, the story of Bruce Springsteen on his, mega stardom kind of
Mm-hmm.
moment.
So
So following the success of The River, I think this is after The River, no?
yes, this is basically so this is the making of Nebraska.
Yes.
And so right before they released Burn in the USA,
Mm-hmm.
and right when they were like coming off of one really successful tour, but it was just for the US. So this is just before it gets launched into international stardom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And what it means to go through
This
that
is
process.
Disney because it's 20th Century Fox, no?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
This movie, the what A Complete Unknown tried to do unsuccessfully.
Okay.
This one is actually what it's supposed to be because, as we discussed already in the pub when A Complete Unknown came out, A Complete Unknown felt like listening to Bob Dylan re-record his work. This one is not that. So this is kind of something like a introspective work and reflection on that moment in time.
Yeah.
It's a specific important moment in his life because it's the moment where after what gets released in the form of Nebraska, that's when it then gets basically launched into the stratospheres of stardom. And that moment before, it's the moment where all of his insecurity come out to play. All of his imposter syndrome and the need to scale it back to something more simple. And that's why Nebraska is a work of art that is acoustic.
Then he retreats to New Jersey, no?
He goes to New Jersey, he rents a house, and he records this CD, actually, this cassette, because it's a music cassette, in his bedroom. And it's just him and his guitar and his harmonica, and there's nothing else. And when they go and try and produce it in the studio with the band, he doesn't like it. He doesn't want to play like that. It's like, this is not what I had in my head. This is the sound that I want to capture. I want it as I recorded it. And it shows you how the people around him believed in him so much that they pushed for the vision. But at the same time, it shows you how he's a man that is at the cusp of stardom and is getting a lot of anxiety, and he's into deep depression as well. So he's tried to battle with his past. So he remembers his father, his relationship with his father, which is a little bit problematic. His mistrust and his like not availability to have a relationship, like being closed off and going through all of those changes and feel like you're completely alone. But he's surrounded by people that do believe in him, and his producer kind of like is in there with him all along. And the producer part is played by our friend, you love him,
Paul Walter, Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong.
Yeah.
I must say, I felt like now I can say that some of the nomination for Jeremy Strong's were a little bit too much. He plays the same character. It's just
Again and
different
again.
faces. Yeah.
I know, he does. I like him. I really like him in Succession. I love him in Succession. But then I saw him in The Apprentice, and I thought he was playing a very similar character.
Yeah.
And I think he's another one that, to be honest, though, Feds, like versatility for an actor, it should be first thing, but actually it's very rare. Very
Yeah.
few actors have versatility, to be honest with
Yeah.
you.
It's not, by all means, it's not a bad performance, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
something that
exactly.
we've seen before, but it's slightly different.
Like,
So,
I don't know, I always think of Jeff Goldblum, no? Jeff Goldblum, he always plays the same character, but greatly. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
he's a
it's
master
great.
of that particular craft.
Yeah, exactly. It's great all the time, but it's always the same character in
Yeah.
Wicked, in Jurassic Park, in anything I've seen him.
Yeah,
But
it's
he
true.
plays him very well. Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing you can say
It's
about
iconic.
it. Yeah, exactly. It's just that's it, you know?
Yeah.
There are many actors like that. It's not a bad thing. It's just that it's very hard to actually be very versatile. There are very few actors that are, you know?
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
But this one, it was really well made. Songs were
Good.
the soundtrack was great because it wasn't just Bruce Springsteen's stuff.
I feel like also Jeremy Allen White as an actor is definitely more mature than Timothée Chalamet. I think Timothée
Yeah.
Chalamet probably is a bit too young to play
Bob Dylan,
somebody
yeah.
of the stature of Bob Dylan, you know what I mean? While
Yeah.
Jeremy Allen White is got the right age, I think, to do a biopic on Springsteen. It's just
Yeah.
Chalamet is overused, honestly.
Yeah.
But whatever.
No, in this one, Jeremy Allen White has done a really great job. They really understood Springsteen and what was going on with him. He's an actor similar to Paul Mescal. He does really tap into his feelings quite a lot.
Yeah.
And it does it in such a like visceral way. It doesn't shy away from like showing emotions. There's a lot of like misty eyes and kind of like tears. But it's done in such an authentic way that
He's
I feel
interpreting, not imitating, which
Exactly.
I like.
Yeah.
And I didn't like about A Complete Unknown. 1 to 10?
10.
Oh,
Yeah, I really liked it.
interesting. So, in conclusion, we have, first of all, the winner of the London Film Festival is Lucretia Martel with Landmarks for Best Film Award.
Yeah.
And then Sutherland Award, First Feature Competition, One Woman, One Bra, Vincio Nkogu. And then The Travelers, David Bingong for documentary. And just, you know, special mention always Demin Chen. And short film Coyotes Said Saga. Just so we, you know, which is about Palestine. It's a Palestinian doctor forced down
Yes.
desolate road, whatever. It's like, yeah, intense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you gave 10, just to recap, to 3 movies. One is Hamnet,
Yes.
one is Frankenstein, and Springsteen, Deliver Me From Nowhere. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final review of the 2 weeks of London Film Festival of our Feds. Thank you for doing this, Feds, for us.
It's my pleasure. It's my two weeks of the year where I get to do what I love.
It's always amazing to have your opinion on this a lot of movies that are presented, which will be definitely at the center of award season as well. And we're back next week. We will do a special episode on Halloween, obviously, because it's the week before. So we will have some kind of watch lists ready for autumn and Halloween. And then we will take a break because we're going to enjoy Halloween in Disneyland.
Yeah.
The 2 of us, and therefore we'll take a week break.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, thank you very much again for being with us. It's been a pleasure. And see you next week.
Bye.